What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This one, an old car is going to be making a return. So this car's been sitting in storage for quite a while now. I have not even seen the car in pretty much a year at this point. It's just been tucked away. So now that the 14 is all done and track ready, I'm gonna start working on this other project so I can bring you guys a lot of content over the next sort of 4 or 5 months, obviously between track content with this and then build content with this returnee. So if you guys remember, rebuilt my 20 deck here that I originally was gonna be putting in that, but after I brought my other S14 and ripped the running gear out of that to put in the track car, that left me with a spare RB20 deck to go into something. So we're gonna go grab this car, bring it back, and then we'll go a little bit over the plans of it. Like I said, I haven't even seen this car in like a year. I know it's full of parts and can't even remember what it has and what it doesn't have. So yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have any front struts or any front suspension on it. So I actually have to take some stuff off the track car just so I can get it movable, so I can get it here and then we'll put it back on the track car. But yeah, cold start in 14, so I gotta move it. Rob the struts out of the S14, a bunch of other stuff in the back of the Corolla. So now we're gonna go to the lockup and grab this car. Car's out of the lockup, so it's on the back of the Holden. As you can see there, I'm not gonna show you what the car is. You can get back to the workshop and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So I've made it back down to the workshop and this is the car. Some of you guys remember this. So this is not the Cefiro that most people know me for or knew me for. That one is unfortunately gone, as a lot of you know. But I picked this one up a couple months after I started my YouTube channel. And when I brought this thing, it had a RB25 det, small box, it had GDR seats. It was 5-stud, big brakes, adjusties, all the good stuff. And now it's 4-stud, not even small brakes. It's got no brakes on it. And yeah, it's just a rolling body. There's no motor or gearbox in this. So I brought this, and the 25 det that was in this, I ended up pulling out and I swapped that into my other Cefiro. If you guys, OG, you remember that build. But a lot of you will not have ever seen this car before, because I think, like I said, when I brought the car and pulled the motor out of it, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers at that point. So yeah, most of you wouldn't have seen this car, but it's been sitting in storage for quite a while. And yeah, like I said, now that this is done and on track, it's time to start building another car. So old man's giving me a hand today. We obviously went and got it from the workshop. You can see how long that it's been sitting around for. It is very dusty. So we got water blaster, gonna give this a clean, and then we're gonna chuck it in the workshop. Probably give you guys a bit more of a rundown when we take it inside and let you guys know the plans for this thing.
All good, just checking to make sure it's working, mate.
Yeah, this thing is full of parts. I have no idea what's even in here, so yeah, it's like a treasure trove. What are we gonna find? Right, so it's a couple days on from I last filmed it. So me and the old man, we gave this thing a thorough clean because this thing was so dirty. As you can see here, it's a bit rough, but at least she's clean. So I honestly haven't seen this car really properly in the last at least year and a half. I think at one point I did move out of, well, when we moved out of the old workshop a few months beforehand, we did move this to the storage unit. But even then, I literally just hooked it up to the A-frame, towed it there, and yeah, it sat there for like another 6 months or so. So yeah, this thing is full of parts. Some we might use on this, some I might sell or keep around, I'm not too sure. Basically, I just want to go through it, figure out exactly what I do need to do with it, and then tell you guys a bit about the plans. Because back there, we do have the RB20 that I did rebuild for the S14 that has been sitting there for the last few months. So yeah, I've also got this big box down here that you guys see. This is going to go in the S14, and the gearbox that is currently in the S14 is going to go with this motor into the Cefiro. I guess we'll just start off at the back. So
what the fuck happened there?
A couple of you guys might know or remember my uncle, if you guys are real OG. So My uncle did help me build my original Safiro, and he does like a lot of cashy work for like rust repair and stuff. And someone brought him a Safiro, and at the time I was sort of thinking about like parting this out. So my uncle was just like, oh, can I swap the trunks on it? So instead of fixing the rust on that trunk that he was going to do, he just took the one off this, and yeah, this was the rust work that he was supposed to be repairing. And I think this was a patch that he cut out for something else. But yeah, so if anyone's got a Safiro trunk, let me know. I also need tail lights because, again, when I was in that phase of wanting to part this out, I sold the tail lights for $100. They were Series 3 facelift ones, and I saw a set of Series 3 facelift tail lights about a month ago for $800. So
Fucking amateur.
I fucked that up big time. I should not have sold those. So yeah, if anyone got some tail lights, hit me up because I definitely want some of those.
Oh, that's easier. What we got in here?
Fucking trunk full of goodies. Oh, I know these are the axles for it. Pulled the diff out of this and the axles when I was thinking about parting it out because I wanted to keep those around as spares. Luckily I did, because I would have probably sold them for like $50 for both the axles, and you're paying like $200-300 for a pair now. And cookies at some point. Automatic speedo cluster with 127,000 Ks.
Fuck yeah.
One of the kick panel things that go on the bottom of the door. Oh fuck, mate!
Spun-ons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking variety to choose from.
Brake pads that look brand new.
I was gonna say, do any of this big match cheap? What they do.
We got 3 of one type by the looks of it, and then two off-brand oddballs.
You got a Sony, a Fusion, and 3 JVCs.
This is actually out of the S14. Where my battery tray is mounted, this is like the like module box that usually bolts to that. I can't remember exactly what it's for.
Is that ABS or something? Oh, that's not.
Airbag.
No. Well, some would say you got a fair bit of junk in your trunk, eh?
That was bad, but that was good. That was bad, but that was good. Yeah, Jack Daniels. We had Jack Daniels at some point. Safiro Surround.
What's that grill in there?
Oh, of course, can't be a Safiro Surround or something without it missing something. Oh, yes! I thought I didn't have any more Safiro grills. See? Fuck, this is why I wanted to go through it. I needed one of these. I thought, because I actually did sell the original grill off this when I sold the lights and the trunk. And I was like, oh, fuck, we have to buy another Safiro grill. And like everything else, doesn't matter like what series it is, like everything is fucking expensive for it now, so.
Just sell it for $50.
That's a win, that is. Pretty sure this is my old RB20 loom out of my original. When I first built my first set with the 20 there, this was the original loom that we used, I think. Right. Oh, we got the other side to that. By the looks of it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Blitz Bov.
Genuine.
Genuine Blitz Bov. If anyone wants this.
I have one of them on my Skyline.
Yeah, if anyone wants this, hit me up. Factory airbox.
Still has a filter inside it.
Yeah, it fucking does too. Anyone's after a factory Safiro airbox, hit me up. Fucking big money, this right here. Holy shit. These are front inner guards. No one still has these.
Nah.
Well, if you're restoring a Safiro, hit me up. Yeah, a lot of shit in here. Right, we've got like various sorts of kick panels here. So these go like down where your foot, like in the footwell. So one of these will be for this side, one will be for that side where the ECU gets mounted. It looks like I've got 2 of one and 1 of another. Lower intake manifold here, an RB21. I brought a real hoary cut and shut one a while ago, and it just came with the bottom part, which I didn't end up using.
What the fuck is it painted blue for?
Speed, mate. You've heard of speed red? Well, get out of the way, because blue is even speedier.
Oh, right, gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh, This is the this is the gearbox cross member that came in this car. So this, I think, is originally an A-stamp cross member, and it didn't line up properly. So yeah, they just welded their own brackets to it and fucking drilled some holes. So when you guys hear the term RFB, this is usually what they're referring to sometimes. Although this actually doesn't look like it's been done that badly.
Actually looks right.
Yeah, but you know, instead of using the right shit, you make what you have work. I think the other part of the earbox?
Yep.
Right.
So that skinny
People don't
piece
have
would...
this shit anymore.
Nah.
People generally just throw this crap out, and I don't even know why I have it. I actually thought old me would have thrown that out. Oh, here's that cunt shut I was talking about, where the usual throttle body mounting thing is. They just put a plate over it, welded it up, fucking cut a hole in the front of it, Bob's your auntie. Anyone want this? 350 bucks, know what I got. Clutch fan, fuck yeah. I've literally got two of these right up there. Some factory brake dust shield, which again, these usually get hacked
Hack it up.
That looks like it's in perfect condition. Again, if you are restoring a Safira and you need those odd little things, hit me up. I might have it. Factory RB turbo manifold.
Jesus.
Your Nana's broomstick handle. Another door bottom panel thingy.
I wonder, are they from this car? Because it's got it on this side.
Oh yeah, there's one here.
Oh yeah, it's missing the front one.
It's missing the front one, yeah. This kind of looks like some sort of throttle cable. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Looks like maybe handbrake.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this has got to be some handbrake cable, actually. Fucking sure.
Factory.
Oh, yeah, no, it has to be, because here's the other one. We have
Oh no, it's got a hole in it.
front corner light, which you're right, does have a hole in it, unfortunately.
Any holes will go away.
4-star brake disc. Factory rear camber arms.
True story, that's probably the same disc my car has on the back.
Yes, no, you're right. You run S13 shit on your DXA.
Yep.
Yeah, Safira S13, all the same. Wow, mate, do I have the fucking spares for you? Receipts. When was this? 28th of the 3rd, 2019. This is over 2 years old. Oh yeah, here we go. 29th of the 3rd, 2019. Yeah, so both these receipts are 2 years old. Gives you a rough timeline of when the last time anything was done to this car. So this is the loom that was originally in this car, and I remember when we pulled the 25D out, we went to obviously take the loom with it because the loom was a part of the motor, and I was putting it from Safira to Safira, so it theoretically should have just been plug and play. However, I kid you not, this loom has been hardwired into the fucking car. So obviously 25 like Series 2 25 that's never came in Safiras, so the body plugs on the looms are for like obviously whatever it came out of. In this case, I'm pretty sure it was a Skyline, so yeah, the body plugs would have been different. And instead of splicing the plug onto the loom so you could still, you know, plug it in, unplug it, the loom was hardwired into the car. So that's a situation we're gonna have to sort out at some point.
Is anybody surprised?
Yeah, so this is I'm pretty sure this is an auto surround. I actually don't really know much difference, like visually looking at the manual and auto ones. So someone let me know, as if as a
Probably is actually the same, it's that centerpiece would be different.
yeah.
With a
Either
shifter.
way, we'll still use it. It actually sucks about this light that it's got a hole in it. I've just answered the question, it's an auto one. Yeah, so I know this is auto because of how long it is, and that probably fits pretty perfectly in like that, yep. Yeah, so unfortunately it's an auto one. Rear parking brake assembly. All the various springs and shit. I am so glad that I did that. I'm so glad that I chucked them all on the wheel well, and I actually kind of remember doing it. I remember chucking each side on each slide in here so I don't fucking lose it all. Because I was too lazy to actually put it back together properly.
Well, this carpet's pretty minty.
It actually is. Probably, maybe this weekend I might empty this car out completely and give it a wash. Even this back seat isn't like terrible. Kind of looks like there's like
Just sort of
dirt
stains,
or
yeah.
grease stains on there. So yeah, this car is actually a lot more complete than I was remembering it being. Interior is pretty much all there. It needs seats still, clearly, but apart from that, everything else is there. Oh, and window switches, but I'm not about to go and buy genuine window switches for this when, yeah, it's just gonna be a track car. So that is my plans for this. It is going to be a track car. I can't remember if I said that in the beginning of this video or not, but my current plans with this, I will start off by saying I do not plan to keep this car. I am building this car to sell it when it's done, because I would really like to put the money into building my other S14, but I think it would be cool to build this first, because obviously you guys have just seen me build an S14. It'd be cool to do something a bit different. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the roots and work on the old Sphero. So yeah, with that in saying, I am gonna sell it as soon as it's done, but I'm still gonna make it a pretty cool car. So as you guys know, putting that 20 in this, which is freshly rebuilt, it's had all the machine work done, rings, bearings, all the gaskets, seals, everything. So it's a fresh motor. The gearbox that's going with it is a mint gearbox. I need to find a diff for it because I know it's got no diff in it. First things first, I'm actually probably going to start painting this thing. So yeah, it looks a bit rough. The body on this is actually really straight. Even the sills aren't horrendous. They've got the typical crush marks from people jacking it in stupid places. Because I am planning to sell this thing, I don't plan on getting it legal or anything like that. I'm going to be building it as a turnkey track car. I'm going to get Robbie to put a roll cage in it and probably do a couple of other little fab things at the front, probably make a bash bar and things like that. So yeah, the goal for this, cheap, simple, fun, turnkey drift car, caged, will be homologated. Obviously adjust these. I'll probably leave it on 4-stud just because with the prices of 5-stud shit now, yeah, it's just not really worth it. 4-stud's fine. You just kind of limit, I guess you just limited more with options. Brakes wise, drift car, you don't need like big brakes or anything. It's not a necessity. That'll probably wrap it for this one. If there's any questions you guys want to know about this or whatever, hit them in down below. When I do go to sell it, I don't have a price in mind. Don't bother hitting me up saying I'll buy it when it's done, because I'm still very much a part of these cars aren't worth a hell of a lot. However, I do want to get as much money as I can for it. So I'm not going to come up with a price at all. I will say now, when this is done and I want to sell it, I'm going to make a trade me listing. I'm going to do like a $1 reserve, and I'm truly going to let the market decide what this car is worth when it's done. So yeah. But in saying that, that's it for this one, guys. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.